Hello, friends. Welcome to this series of poems where we would be doing world poetry that's included in the third module of your text, Appreciating Poetry. Poetry is a genre of literature that observes life and evokes responses from the readers. It poses questions and seeks answers. So, let's move on to the poems that we have. And these poems are written by poets from all over the world. They narrate incidents from common life or personal emotions and feelings are expressed. Let's move on, and I do hope that these classes will be useful. Until we meet, bye. Hello, let's now move on to the poem Childhood by the Austro-German poet Rainer Maria Rilke, whose collection of poems, The Book of Pictures or The Book of Images, was published in the year 1902. We would recite the poem and then explain it. Childhood. It would be good to give much thought before you try to find words for something so lost. For those long childhood afternoons you knew that vanished so completely. And why? We're still reminded sometimes by a rain, but we can no longer say what it means. Life was never again so filled with meeting, with reunion and with passing on, as back then when nothing happened to us except what happens to things and creatures. We lived their world as something human and became filled to the brim with figures, and became as lonely as a shepherd and as overburdened by vast distances, and summoned and stirred as from far away, and slowly, like a long new thread, introduced into that picture sequence where now, having to go on, bewilders us. He talks of childhood. Childhood is one of those experiences that we can never forget. Childhood memories are those memories that we would love to cherish. Unfortunately, a poet does not have any such pleasant memories. So he says, it would be good to give much thought before you try to find words for something so lost. He doesn't have any pleasant memories, and so he doesn't have any words to describe his childhood. For those long childhood afternoons you knew that vanished so completely, and why? Of course, those long childhood afternoons denote afternoons that were desolate. He used to feel lonely. That's why he did not know the afternoons that weren't good enough that he could recall or recollect. What more? We're still reminded sometimes by rain, and an occasional rain would stir emotions, would take him back to those days. But we can no longer say what it means. However, he does not know how to define those days. He does not have any pleasant memory that he can recall, that he can cherish. Life was never again so filled with meeting, with reunion, and with passing on. There were meetings, people used to come, meet him, then go. And now too, it's the same. Childhood does not have any of those special people in his life. There aren't any of those pleasurable moments that happen in his life. As back then, where nothing happened to us except what happens to things and creatures. So he's been living a life just as other creatures do. We lived their world as something human and became filled to the brim with figures. These people who have come into his life are nothing but figures. There isn't anybody who has influenced him to the extent to which they or he or she should have done, and became as lonely as a shepherd. That's why he used to feel as lonely as a shepherd and as overburdened by vast distances. All he had in front of him was vast distances. There's nobody that he could look on to, and summoned and stirred as from far away, and slowly, like a long new thread, introduced into that picture sequence where now having to go on bewilders us. However, even though he has nothing to give life, or life has nothing to offer him, he's confused, or to be more precise, he's bewildered, because life still asks him to move on. He has to live his life. He has to live his life in loneliness, feeling alienated, because life has nothing to offer him. And he's confused because he knows that he's part of this chain of existence. And there is that mysterious power in the universe which dictates his life. which actually coax him to move on, unmindful of whatever is happening to him or whatever has not happened to him in life. And this is what he says is the essence of his poem. This need to continue, this need to move on in life, despite all oddities, despite all the difficulties that he has to face, despite all the loneliness or desolateness that he feels in life. This is the theme of the poem. In fact, almost all his poems deal with the themes of loneliness and the passage of time. Time wouldn't wait for anyone. Time just moves on, and we have to move along with the passage of time. With these words, I wind up the poem. Have a good day until we meet next time with the poem Tonight I Can Write the Saddest Lines by Pablo Neruda.